Hey, my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota. I hope you guys are having a good first day of the month. Today is July 1st. I hope June didn't beat you up too bad. I don't know. Today was just hell to pay. Just hell to pay. It was a rough day. Rough all the way around. But that's all right. We're going to keep it moving. So Taurus, we're going to do this a little differently. Mercury retrograde starts on Sunday, July 7th, and runs through the whole damn month. Ain't no 23rd, no 25th, 31st, this last day of Mercury retrograde. Buckle up. In that, I was thinking today, I'm like, we need more insight. You know me, I'm trying to get to the good stuff immediately. So, the packaging on the outside says Taurus and Pisces, but this reading is actually going to be Pisces as the primary, so it's going to be Pisces and Taurus. Taurus, I'm doing this to give you some insight. Pisces cross watchers, I'm doing this to give you some insight as well. So this is going to be a little different than the usual. Taurus and Pisces sitting in a tree, Kissing. It's actually going to be Pisces and Taurus. So Pisces will be the primary here. Taurus, this hopefully will give you some insight to their overall energy, to how they're feeling about the past, future, current situation, and what guidance the universe is giving them. So this again is going to be Pisces and Taurus. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. So we do 3 for recent past, 3 for current, 3 for future, 2 for overall energy, and 3 cards for guidance from the universe. Y'all know how we do. So, let's see what we got at the bottom of the deck here. Pisces. Oh, well, ain't that your card? The moon card. Y'all just full of yourself. All right, then. And the Knight of Coins, I promise you, the Knight of Coins will make himself known. That's earth energy. So, y'all are here and present. Let's see what we have for the current past. Pisces, 9 of Wands. Knight of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Current energy, so 3 of Wands. Your centerpiece of your challenge card is the Hermit, and ending and rounding out your current energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Future energy, 10 of Coin, 3 of Cups, and I don't like this reading. Okay. I'm gonna just throw that out there. This is not looking good for the home team. Ooh, Pisces, what y'all got going on? Okay, let me say this first, because I feel this. And Taurus, listen up. Pisces, I feel you being real insecure and just kind of lashing out and doing all kind of strange, crazy shit, because your Taurus is pretty much giving you an ultimatum of some sort to either shit or get off the pot. Now, the moon card, there's definitely all kind of Pisces energies kind of telling me y'all have either been or thinking about being unfaithful. I'm just saying. But it's a little deeper than just cheating. This feels like old energy, like an old ex coming back. Out of the blue somewhere, and this is, I'm not accusing Pisces of doing anything, but the energy is there, and it feels like there's somebody kind of lurking around in Pisces, because you were kind of on the outs with your Taurus. You kind of just turning your head a little bit and going, I wonder if. That's your overall energy. Knight of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Coins has not made himself known yet. As soon as he does, I will let you know. Recent past, Pisces, 9 of Wands. Y'all were just blowing it out of proportion, weren't you? And it seems like there was something that went on. We're going to go back probably to May with this. Maybe around Memorial Day. It feels like holiday or vacation type energy. There was some kind of falling out or something that went on between you and your Taurus. And you just went poop. And yeah, head on fire. And it feels like Pisces, you kind of got dramatical with this. I know that's not a word, but I'm using it, dramatical. and you blew it out of proportion. You kind of exaggerated on it, but then it blew itself out of proportion beyond that. With the Knight of Wands, it just, your Taurus went off on you because they felt like it was just really immature, whatever you did. That's exactly what's coming off of that Knight of Wands. And you may have been doing something spontaneously, thinking you were in the moment, Pisces, but it really, I just feel this, I keep coming back to these words, it blew up in your face. And that these are fire cards that I'm sitting here playing with, it is no mistake, trust me. But whatever happened, Taurus is just like, no, I'm not having this. From there, Pisces, your whole judgment just cloudy. Your thoughts just clouded. You don't know because you thought, you were going to get a different kind of reaction from whatever this is that went on over here. And it was something, it feels like, that you should have been upset about or worried about or disgusted about, but not to the extent that you went on with it. And again, it's coming back. The Taurus is just like, why are you being so immature? And pretty much kick the ultimatum right in your face. If you don't grow up, if you don't hurry up, it's not going to be nothing. And from there, yeah, you're a little fuzzy in the head because you're thinking one thing is working, Pisces. And this is that swimmy energy. This is y'all. You thought one thing was going to work, and it didn't. And so now, this is usually the not ready for the world card with the options, but this deck also, it can mean your judgment is clouded, and those clouds up there, just off. Your judgment just off. In your current energy, you may feel like you're spinning your wheels, Pisces. Romantically, you may feel like with your Taurus, you're spinning your wheels because your Taurus is being too demanding, too traditional, too practical, and you're not feeling none of that. But you don't feel like you're gaining any traction of any kind of changes happening. Hence your challenge card and your centerpiece card, the Hermit. And this is just what it is. Do you need to take a moment to be with you, Pisces, so you can get whatever emotional struggles, and even trying to get this out is a struggle. It feels like y'all are really struggling with your emotions. Here's your challenge. Do you need to take a minute and step back? It feels like some of you don't, you're more interested in trying to keep up with what your Taurus is doing, and not for the right reason. I know y'all hitting off and the pause button. I hear you. I feel you. I get this. But Taurus, listen up. Pisces, it feels like, yeah, it just feels like y'all, you need to take a moment. You need to take a moment. It's your challenge to just take a step back. You're not lost, none of that, but you need to take a moment and think about what's going on. And I mean literally, you may need to go somewhere and think about what's going on, and that this sitting right underneath this card, the energy that's coming back off of this card is, I don't even have enough words for it, but the thing I'm feeling is that Taurus was like, you were being silly and immature. Maybe we need to go think about that. Sure enough, Wheel of Fortune is right here. And like I say, the devil is in the details. In the details. So, there's going to be some changes. Major cards. There are going to be changes. But now, is your Taurus going to be involved in this? You going to take your Taurus along for the ride, or you going to move on, Pisces? Because again, your overall energy is you're thinking. You are definitely thinking about doing something else. Not accusing anybody of anything, male or female, however it's resonating. But y'all, this is on your mind. And I get it. I get it. But let's come back to the Hermit card. And this is what I just said about Aquarius and Taurus a few minutes ago. Are you ready for this, Pisces? And maybe that's the challenge for you that you need to think about. Are you ready for this relationship without all the petty, vengeful bullshit? Are you ready? future energy. That 10 is the sign of completion. So it's telling you, you can get your wishes. You can get your wishes. You can get them, but are you ready for them? Are you ready for them? With the 3 of Cups, there may be kids involved. Some of you, this is resonating back. There may be kids involved. And I think the question Pisces is trying to understand is Taurus, even after all of this, are you willing to deal with children coming into the mix? I'm throwing that in there because that's what's coming back to me. And this is not something, it doesn't feel like anything right now. This is the future, but this doesn't feel like anything right this minute, but something. Some of you may have kids from other relationships that may be contemplating coming for the upcoming school year. So there's a time marker for you, August, September. Others of you might find out your other is pregnant. We'll throw that in there. Are you ready? Again, it's sitting underneath the Hermit card. Do you need to take a moment, Pisces, and back up and think about what you're doing? At the end of all of this, you're going to feel the stress. You're going to be worn out from just the whole burden of it all. Because you've created a monster right back up here at the beginning. Whatever this was that you just blew all out of proportion brings you right back down here to the end with some more wands, with more stress, more burdens, more bullshit. I don't know, Pisces. I don't know. I definitely would take the challenge with the Hermit and take a moment to step. Here's your Taurus. Responsible and reliable. Again, this is the rest of your overall energy. We'll just say this is the back end of, I'm thinking about cheating. Taurus. Strong, reliable, trustworthy. Thinking about cheating. Okay, work it out, y'all. Work it out. Cards don't lie. Pisces, that Hermit card is saying a lot. And I think a lot of you may need to step back before some babies, even if the babies are already here, before you get them involved in this relationship. And before you get to the stress and the burden of all of it. You may need to go ahead and take this Hermit moment and figure out what's really important to you, Pisces. Taurus, keep listening. Figure out what's really important to you. If this little bullshit playing on in the background here is for real, or do you know what you know about your Taurus? That loyal person that's kind of been just in the corner rooting for your ass the whole time. I'm just putting it where it is. I know folks is like, I cut her off. I don't like her. She's full of shit. I know. I feel you. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I can't do nothing but tell you the truth. But it's not a bad thing to be told that you may need to take a step back. Everybody is not ready for everything all the time. And sometimes you have to say that to yourself. I am not ready for everything all the time. You can't be. You can't. It's fucking impossible. You can't be. Every relationship that you come into, you're not ready for it. And sometimes the not being ready for it is bigger than you just not being ready for it. If you step off into a relationship that has children, or with a person that wants to have children, and you aren't emotionally ready or financially ready, that can cause some stress. I'm just saying. So before you get to your future energy, Pisces, take that Hermit. Take that challenge. I got a feeling y'all want to swim past this. Y'all just want to keep going and doing whatever it is as it comes to you. And that's not, again, even your recent past energy was clouded. So you need to take a minute, Pisces. I know all the Pisces have literally gone to the next channel. Taurus is sitting there listening intently. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And Everything is not always the way we want it to be or the way that we expect it should be. But Pisces, I would strongly encourage you, especially if you are currently feeling like you're spinning your wheels, take a couple days, take a walk, do some journaling, try to meditate if there's something you haven't done. There's plenty of channels on YouTube and plenty of stuff on Google that'll tell you how to do a 5-minute meditation. And some of it is good. All of it, some of it's bullshit, but a lot of it is good. So just know that there are things out there. This reverse, and see, I can pick up on both energies. There are things out here. The reversal of this is the support needed to do what you need to do. There are things out there to help you ease some of that anxiety, uncloud the brain. There's stuff out there that can help you. The resources are there. That's a reverse. But until you figure that out, you're going to feel stressed out. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel frustrated. And again, you're going to have this back here in the back of your mind. I really don't feel like, and Taurus, now I'm talking to you, I really don't feel like this is anything Pisces has gone and done. I think it's a temptation that's there, but I don't think it's anything that they've actually gone and done. All right, let's see what the oracles got. Foundation and achievements. Authority. Deception and envy. Recent past. So before all this shit blew up, there was some foundation being built between you, Pisces, and Taurus. There was something going on there. And whenever I see these rainbows, yeah, y'all hear me? So, Pisces, that actually just resonate back. You actually care for your Taurus, but because you made a mistake. Really feel like this wasn't where Pisces was trying to go with this. This is where they went with it, and that's how it ended up. And Taurus was just like, fuck that. Either you gonna give it the program or you gonna get out. You've got the magic for a firm foundation and to be in a relationship where you can achieve things, Pisces. That's gonna be up to you. That's the way you started, where you are right now. The Hermit card. Once again, you need to become the authority on what you want and what you want to do. You need to become the authority, not anybody else. This is your life, Pisces. Not even the Taurus. This is your show, your story. How do you want it to go? And this is where, when you do this shit right here, this is how you become the authority. When you start thinking things through and thinking about things that you want and thinking about things that you want to achieve, that's how you become the authority. At the end of all of this, a lot of deception, a lot of envy, and it just feels like a lot of that is going to come from the lack of communication. Now, as I would say to anybody about any reading, none of this is set in stone. Anything past the recent past, you can change this. You got free will to change it. If in your future you want to plan, come on now. So you don't feel like you need to take that step. And what it's telling me real clear is if you don't take that moment, there's going to be a lot of deception and a lot of envy. And it ain't just going to be coming from the two of y'all. It's going to be other folks trying to get all up in your shit because they're going to realize there's cracks in the foundation. Whoa. Cracks in the foundation. And depending on who's doing what, it's going to be some deception and envy. Again, it doesn't have to go like that, Pisces. It really doesn't. You can make a choice to step back. And it may mean, Taurus, here you go. It may mean, Pisces, that you need to tell your Taurus, look, boo, I love you, but I need to grow up. I need 6 months. I need to go to school. I need to do whatever it is you need to do. You may need to do that so you can avoid some of this down here. I'm just saying. If it's resonating with you, take it. And I'm sure parts of this is probably resonating with a little bit of everybody. But Pisces, you can make this if you take the time. That's your challenge. That Hermit card is straight up your challenge. If you take the time to step back, figure out where your energy is, why you blowing shit out of proportion, and why your lovers gotta tell you, you acting like an immature little punk, and why your judgment is clouded. If you take that moment, let the Wheel of Fortune do what it's gonna do for you, because the Wheel of Fortune spinning is not always a bad thing. And I think with these two major cards sitting next to each other, if you take that moment to think about what you want to do and withdraw just a little bit, the wheel will probably spin to your benefit. But if you don't take that moment, yeah, I don't know. It's really it's kind of a iffy energy, and it's really up to you, Pisces. I think Taurus will be willing, because again, that's that responsible, reliable right there. I think your Taurus will be willing to listen if you want to sit down and kick some real shit out. But if, I'm going to just put this out here, if the Taurus feels like you still bullshitting when you get to any of this future energy, it won't happen. It just won't happen. Let's see what we have for advice. Yeah. Okay. Go get your crayons, Pisces. Get your mind off this shit. Go get the coloring book. Damn it. Whatever you need to do. Color, paint, solitaire, whatever. But it's time. It's time for this. But damn it. Come on now. Take your time. Take your time. And I think if you explain to your Taurus, what the hell, they're going to understand. I don't know any Taurus that is not as slow as we are, that doesn't want to give somebody some time, especially if they're into you. If Taurus feels like you're going to go ahead and do this, they'll be gone. Because I know very few Tauruses that have the mindset or the patience to deal with our bullshit. And no pun intended, but that's real talk. So if Taurus feels like they're getting ready to waste their time with you, and at any point your Taurus feels like they're spinning their wheels, hello, they're going to be gone. Take your time. Take a moment. I keep saying this, and the cards ain't doing nothing but just confirming with that. Take your time, Pisces. And this is, and maybe even for me, this is maybe why I'm struggling trying to get this out. This is probably bigger than what I'm even thinking. You probably need to take your time. I'll probably go as far as to say, Pisces, you probably need to sit down with your Taurus and see what you can do to negotiate some time to yourself. If you don't want to lose a relationship, you're going to have to do this. If you don't give a fuck, then don't say shit. Taurus will pick up that cue quickly. Now, whether or not they act on it quickly will be a different thing, but they will pick it up and they will act accordingly. Even they might still be there with you, but they will act accordingly. Just know, though, if you sit down and tell your Taurus, look, and this is a perfect time to do it with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is about reviewing, reassessing, reconnecting, all the R-E words you can think of. This is the time for it. So it's not the perfect timing, actually, to sit down with the Taurus and say, look, when we started this 6 years ago, 6 months ago, 6 days ago, we were all happy and we were going to do this, and then I did this stupid thing and you told me to get the fuck on, and I'm just trying to get myself together because I want to keep the relationship. Or I don't. But it's a conversation. If you want to keep your Taurus, take your time, have that conversation, take the time to figure out what you're doing and how you're going to do it, Pisces. I'm going to leave the reading there, Taurus and Pisces. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good week. For those of you in the United States, I hope you have a good Independence Day on Thursday, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.